Meanwhile, President Trump, we're told, open to a deal for dreamers, but with a caveat here. I'll give you DACA, you give me that wall. Where is that all going? We'll see over the next couple of days as the president gathers with top Republican leaders to sort of hash all of this out ahead of a budget that is due by the 19th of this month to Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy. Senator, very good to have you. How likely is that that they can hammer out these differences? That appears to be the thorniest one to getting this budget done. What do you think?
I think it's easily done. The president clearly wants border security. He's clearly willing to negotiate. I don't know if Democrats want to give up the issue. I don't know if Democrats actually want a solution to DACA because they love to use it as a political prop. But if they are truly interested, the president's willing to negotiate. He just wants that border security.
So how do you feel about it? I mean, many conservatives have been saying, you know, we don't like the whole concept behind DACA justifying and giving, you know, legality to illegality, whatever your opinions on that, but that a wall would buffer that a little bit. What do you think?
Totally. The wall resets. The wall says that from this point forward, we have our border secure, not just for folks coming here illegally, but also for human trafficking, drugs, guns going south and north. All the activity the cartels are doing, we have a better way to control. That's a good thing. If you have to negotiate to get that good thing, the president's clearly willing to negotiate. Again, the question is whether Democrats are serious or whether they just want a political issue.
You know, speaking of political issues, I'm sure you're aware of this Michael Wolff book and the attention it's getting, the advanced printing today. You know, a lot of people are downloading this thing like crazy. It doesn't paint a great picture of the president. I know you haven't read it. Maybe you're not inclined to read it. But are you worried that that image of the president as someone in over his head is the image that might stick?
Since the president took office, the economy is growing over 3% per quarter, the GDP 3% per quarter. We've deregulated. We've got conservative justices. We've just done the most significant tax overhaul in the last 30 years. We repealed the individual mandate. It doesn't sound like a fellow over his head. It sounds like a fellow who's accomplished a lot.
All right, but this view that comes across that people in the White House are afraid of him or he has a volcanic temper, if that's true, he certainly wouldn't be the first president with a temper, but does that disturb you?
You know, I've seen him and General Kelly. I don't get the sense that General Kelly is intimidated by President Trump. He's an incredible chief of staff. In the meetings I've had with the president, he's always charming. I am sure that he can lose his temper. Who doesn't? On the other hand, look at the accomplishments in the economy and regulations and the judiciary, et cetera, and I think we've seen a president who's been pretty effective his first year.
You know, speaking of losing tempers, Senator, I mean, we live in an environment where it's very polarized, and the thought was it would become depolarized, the cold weather notwithstanding, with an infrastructure measure that could enjoy bipartisan support. I'm not so sure that's such a sure thing anymore, but what do you think?
Yeah, the question is how do you pay for it? But I do think there's bipartisan support for a deal. On the other hand, Republicans want to make sure that we can actually get the projects done. Under President Obama's stimulus package, you read like less than 10% of $800 billion was actually spent building new roads because permitting was so slow and expensive. So we need to also expedite that. But clearly, an infrastructure package would be good for creating jobs. In my state, in Louisiana, we have lots of pent-up needs, as well as stimulating the economy overall. I would like to think we can get that done.
On the tax cuts, Senator, obviously the hope is, many in your party, that because they're immediate and nothing is phased in, and the fact that companies are getting such a big break that they would share the wealth with their workers, which early on seems to be the case for the 100 or so companies that have promised bonuses and or some relief to their workers. Do you think that the effect then of the cuts, especially when people see them in their paychecks next month, will be immediate or close to it?
Absolutely. Beginning in February, after the IRS updates its withholding software, people will go home with more take-home pay. That's important. You're already seeing businesses talk about increased money for worker training, increased money for capital investment, and so it's an immediate improvement. And then as companies begin to compete for workers, an increase in wage growth. Now, since this president took office, there's been the beginning of wage growth. That's what we need more of. The American worker needs wage growth. I think the tax cut with a stimulated economy will create more of that.
All right, Senator, we'll see what happens. Very good seeing you again. Happy New Year.